YouTubers, AtariLeaf here with another video. And I thought I would take this opportunity to do a channel update about what's been going on with me and what's been going on with my collection, actually. Because as I mentioned in the last one, it had been 3 months previously that I'd made a video. A lot of that has been due to work. I work in construction, so this is our crazy season right now. I'm going like 6 days a week, and it's very physically demanding work. When I get home, I'm just tired. I'm just beyond tired, exhausted. So making videos can be a little bit difficult under those circumstances. I just don't have the energy. I've been watching everybody else's channels, trying to comment when I can. So I'm still around, I'm still watching. I'm going to try and get back into making some more videos on a more regular basis. I can't promise they'll be regular, but hopefully not 3 months in between. But besides work, I've been doing a big kind of collection downgrade. A purge, as you will, as you say, as they say. Back in 2010, I did one of these. I did a purge where I got rid of a lot of systems, a lot of games, and about 3 or so months ago, I decided to do the same thing. And the catalyst was, interestingly, the Ouya. Now, the Ouya, as many of you may know, allows you to emulate your video game systems, a lot of the retro systems. And I had virtually my whole collection on the Ouya. And I realized as I'm playing all these games on all these systems, I was always going back to certain games. There would be a bunch that I was never touching. So I started to think that with the convenience of the Ouya, if I wasn't playing it under those circumstances, would I play those games with the real hardware? And the answer is no. So I went through and I played all my games for all my systems. It took, I don't know, about a month, whenever I had time. And I'd put them in a pile, keep pile, or in a sell pile, or a trade pile. And that took about a month. I put a bunch of stuff on eBay. I did some trades, and I ended up with a much smaller, more compact, but ultimately, for me, a better collection. No more shelf filler, no more games that I don't play just sitting around. I used to have a shelf over here. Everything that's on it is pretty much gone. I've got a few more games I'm going to give to the local game store. There's some I'm going to ship off to Atari Age to use for homebrew shells, and that's about it. I got rid of mostly games, and I kept most of my systems. I gave one Atari Vader to friends of ours. I traded 3 NES toasters to another local collector, although I don't think he's really a collector. I think I think within a week of what I traded him, he traded it away, but that's a whole other subject. But I ended up with about 70 or so Atari 2600 games. That's my entire Atari 2600 collection now. About 70 or so games. For a guy whose name is AtariLeaf on YouTube, that's small, right? But every single one of the games here are games that I really enjoy playing. And that was kind of the whole idea behind this purge. I got rid of Genesis, Super Nintendo games, a whack of NES games. The Tandy-Color computer collection remained pretty much intact. Even if there was games I don't really play, because that collection is so hard to reacquire. If I decide to do so down the road, it's going to be difficult for the Coco. Other systems, those games I could easily find again. It's not going to be a big deal. But yeah, I ultimately ended up with a collection of, well, this is it here. I mean, you can see, I'll bring you over here, be easier. There's some pickups I'm going to do too, so I'm talking about a purge, but doing pickups at the same time. Atari 2600. Some of the Coco stuff is in a shelf, NES, Genesis, and then over here we have some what I kept of the ColecoVision, a few Commodore 64, sparse N64, GameCube. What else is there? Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, that kind of thing. So. Yeah. So what I found, I kind of like in a self-realization I came, was that I really do like certain games, certain genres. Arcade games, obviously the Atari stuff, ColecoVision, Commodore 64, the pre-crash stuff. I'm a fan of sports and racing, puzzle games, simulation games like pinball and pool. And that's what I really kept, was stuff that fell into those categories. I got rid of a lot of stuff that didn't. But yeah, it's a smaller collection, it's more compact, but that's one of the reasons, anyway, big whole story, one of the reasons I've been away for so long is I've been taking stock of the collection, selling stuff, and just, when I did have extra time with the collection, that's what I was doing. But I'm not out of the game. I'm still collecting. I'm still, you know, not actively searching, but I'm still out there. I will pick up a few things, so I will do pickup. While we're here, let's do a few pickups. This is my old digital camcorder. It's not great, but I don't have my other cameras available to me. So pickups really quick. Oh, I'll start up here. This was the trade. When I got rid of those, not this, those NES systems and some games, I traded them for this boxed Atari 7800. Now, you can see I have this one over here I got a while ago. It's basically just a different box. Came with the two Pro lines, a bunch of common games, all the packaging in there, and the power supply, all that fun stuff. So yeah, just another 7800. I figured I might as well, because I didn't really feel like selling all that NES stuff, so I thought I'll just do a trade. The other interesting thing that I found actually in a construction dumpster at work, pardon the mess here, it's still on the floor, is this PC. It's an old IBM Aptiva. It's a 400 megahertz K6 AMD processor. The people who had it before had Windows XP running on it, which this computer really struggled. So I brought it home, cleaned it up. Everything works great. I put my copy of Windows 98 SE on here. And this is running MAME32, my old MAME32. I've had this collection for years, since the 90s. No, maybe early 2000s, but MAME32. All my favorite arcade games are running on here. I've got old DOS games on this computer, early Windows games. Great system, great find. I've always wanted an older computer to play some of my older stuff, so there's that too. Free computer in the dumpster. Okay, some other stuff. Cash converters, I think this was. Game & Watch Gallery 3. Kind of cool. These three were in a trade too. I traded 3 or 4 ColecoVision games for 4 Commodore 64 games. Lazarian, which I have a double of, is not here. Then there's Speed Math Bingo. I don't think I'll be keeping this one. Star Post, this one's not too bad. Interesting game. Oops. Tooth Invaders. Not bad. A couple of Atari 2600 games from the game store. Worm War 1. This one I did try. I do like it enough that I'm going to keep it. And again, like I was mentioning, I got rid of games I didn't want to play. This game I do want to play. I do like it. It's an interesting little old-fashioned shooter. I got this guy from the game store too. This is what they call the Taiwan Cooper Pirate. I don't know if they're pirate cards, but it's NTSC. But I thought it was just such a cool label. Popeye. It is the actual Popeye game. I don't know what that guy eating has to do with Popeye, but I don't even see spinach there. This German guy drinking beer and eating a lot is Popeye. What else? Lamborghini Automobili. Or Automobili Lamborghini. Cash converters. Found one of these at Value Village. They were like $3.99. These are good to keep around for just some quick NES games if you don't feel like hooking up the system. NES on a chip. Finally got one of these SNES mice. This was at the game store, is when I traded in some of my games. Good shape. Both buttons work well. I got that mostly for Arkanoid for the Super Nintendo. They also had this, a boxed copy of Indy 500. I have the game, of course. I love the game, but I didn't have it in boxed. Instructions are in there too. This I just got last weekend. No, 2 weekends ago. Space Invaders Extreme 2 for the DS. Complete. Really good. I'm trying to find the first one now. Fun update to Space Invaders. All kinds of neat modes to it. Let me go up here. This came in... I got this... Oh, it was CGR Undertow. They did a review on this about a week or so ago, so I had to get it, being the fan of the series that I am. Worms Revolution Collection. Now, the Worms Revolution game was originally, I believe, a downloadable game from the PlayStation Network. So they put it on a disc with Worms 2 Armageddon, which I think I have in my other Worms collection, but Worms Revolution is kind of neat because it uses a lot more water-based physics and different classes of worms instead of them being all the same. You've got the smart ones, the big dumb ones. I don't know. It's fun. I've only tried it once, but it's pretty good. I'm also a huge fan of racing games. I finally found a copy of this. Split second for the PS3. Oh, Worms was PS3, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, really fun game. Destructible environments. You get power-ups, and what you do is you destroy the environment around you or around the other cars to knock them out of the race. Like a really, really brutal version of Mario Kart. And finally, I just wanted to get this boxed. This is one of the Genesis games I did keep. Alien 3. No instructions, but it's boxed. I love this game. I love it, love it, love it. I did a review on this, but I put it on Daily Motion because I wasn't sure if YouTube was going to give me a problem with using the Aliens theme. I made that video like years ago, but I took it off of YouTube and put it on Daily Motion. Maybe I'll put a link. Anybody who hasn't seen it yet, go see it. I like it. It was one of my favorite reviews that I did. So hopefully I'll be doing more reviews soon. Hold on. No, I'm back. Okay, so hopefully I'll have time in the near future if things start calming down at work to do more game reviews. More videos in general. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to do that update. Did the purge, did the downsize to the collection, but I'm happy with the collection. I'm much happier with the collection now than with having a bunch of shelves that just had games that never got played. I'm not that kind of collector. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. This is a good, for me, this is a good collection to have. It looks like my battery's dying, so I have to say goodbye. Thanks, YouTubers, for watching. This is AtariLeaf. Have a great day.